Well, what's up everyone? So today we're going to be doing Rahu in the sign of Sagittarius. And what happens when your north node of the moon, Rahu, is in the sign of Sagittarius in your horoscope? Well, what is the sign of Sagittarius? Sign of Sagittarius represents your teachers, your preachers, your gurus, the teachings of your teachers, the teachings of your father. It is a higher level of studies, where more like a graduate study, your PhD, your doctorate degree, learning about philosophy, learning about religion and scriptures, learning about spirituality, and just learning about the higher side of life, the dharmic side of life, where you learn to follow the rules and regulations and the law, where the law is written, where your gurus write the law. Okay, so lawyers are also seen from the sign of Sagittarius. And sign of Sagittarius is the sign of just priesthood, like somebody who's out there to now teach. Okay, so you put Rahu there. Rahu, who is that extravagant energy, obsessive energy that wants everything now, that is extravagant, that wants to have the mass communication going. He's a magician. He's that new age computer. He's that slick salesman. He wants to go out, sell you something, sell you snake oil, make a lot of money, and enjoy life. But when he comes into the house of Dharma, here again, Rahu's energy is now fascinated with all the things that we talked about with the ninth house. He wants to be out there being the first teacher. He wants to motivate people. He's out there talking about philosophy. He wants to be the first one to write a new paper on theory of philosophy. He wants to be out there talking about what God really is. What is this whole existence that we live in? And since Rahu represents breaking of the taboo, breaking of the rules, and breaking boundaries, Rahu wants to break boundaries in terms of scriptures and religion and any kind of higher learning. He wants to bring his own unique way of learning and teaching and preaching. Like he wants to be out there talking about subjects that are taboo for society and putting that as a higher standard. Here in the sign of Sagittarius, Rahu becomes obsessive about making sure that people are learning the higher side of life. No matter even if it's a good, like if your Jupiter is well placed, Rahu in the sign of Sagittarius will actually try to teach the right things to a person, but he will just become overly obsessive about it. He's going to make sure that everybody's perfect. All of his students are perfect, or her students are perfect. Here Rahu finds that privilege in knowing about the esoteric world, knowing about the scriptures, the religious text. What are they about? And he wants to go out there, and then he wants to mass communicate these things. He wants to go out there not just in front of a small classroom, but a huge lecture hall, like a university professor, or somebody who's like a preacher, like I can't think of this guy on top of my head. He's a pretty famous priest. I'll remember it. But he just goes out and he talks about God in front of television. Joel Osteen, kind of like Joel Osteen. That's what Rahu wants to do. He wants to go out in front of 100,000 people talking about the privilege of religion and higher learning and philosophy and just what is it this his existence about, and learning about and becoming obsessive about getting the highest degree out there. So don't think that Rahu is all about just having fun and games. Depending upon what sign he's in, he will become obsessive about that, but he will try to extort that part and try to make money off of it too. So you can see somebody with Rahu in the ninth house writing a book on religion, going out and doing seminars and charging people $250 to go out and talk about motivation and life and becoming a life coach. There's a lot of life coaches you can see with Rahu in the ninth house, because not only do they recognize the value of higher learning, they now want to extract that and make some money out of it so they can get a pleasure. At the end of the day, Rahu always seeks pleasure from wherever he sits, whatever sign he sits. And the pleasure comes from material wealth. So when he gets that cash for teaching you something higher, when he gets that cash for teaching you, what the Bible is all about or what the Bhagavad Gita is all about, he's gonna want something in return so he can go out there and enjoy life. And that's the energy of Rahu. And that energy rarely comes out during Rahu's dasha. So in Rahu Dasha, you can really see somebody going out there wanting to have seminars and just having a huge crowd, and they can motivate the whole crowd. Now, if you remember, when I made the mistake, I think with Rahu in the sign of Taurus versus Gemini, where I was talking about Hitler, should have talked about Hitler, then J.K. Rowling. Well, Hitler had his Rahu in the 9th house. Now, it wasn't in Sagittarius, but 9th house still holds the foundation of the Sagittarius sign because it's the 9th sign, the 9th house. And this is where you saw him creating his own religion as Nazism. He created his own belief, his obsession to take over the world. And that's what exactly Rahu wants to do in Sagittarius. He wants to not only be on the top of the game, but he wants to break boundaries and create something new. Whether it's a new belief system, new religion, new way to motivate you, new way to think about God. Maybe he rejects God in order for you to believe in God. Like he'll take this like complete exotic foreign path towards religion and teaching you. So in a way, these can actually become quite interesting teachers. Like these professors, you'll be like, wow, this guy's different. This guy is cool. He's not just talking about the regular mumbo jumbo about religion. He's actually taking some different twist here. So Rahu, again, here, amplifies not only the religion of Sagittarius, not only amplifies the energy of Sagittarius, but the energy of Jupiter. So Jupiter as well is being exemplified here. It's being amplified, the energy of Jupiter. So there's a lot of optimism here in this person. Like they'll feel like, oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll take care of it. Oh, fine. I'm landing without a parachute. That's okay. I'll somehow survive. And then they survive. That's how optimistic they are. So it's a very optimistic sign. So, but then Rahu, completely he dives in. Especially in Rahu Dasha, you'll see these people reading religious texts, joining churches and temples and mosques, and they're just into wanting to know the texts of God. So this is where, that's the only negative side of Rahu, is he just becomes obsessive, especially in his own Dasha. And depending upon, if Jupiter is debilitated, he will steer you into the wrong path. If Jupiter is debilitated, then he's going to take you to the wrong path of religion. He will teach you the wrong things of the religion. You will interpret the wrong side of religion. You will not want to understand the true nature of it, but you'll just understand the smoke that it's in front of you. That's what Rahu is, really. So this is why with Rahu and Ketu, you always want to see their depositors. You always want to see their foundation. Their foundation is what's really going to set them apart. So will that be an obsessive energy? Or will that be a mild energy? Or will that be like a balanced energy? So all of it is seen from the depositor. All right. So guys, this was my analysis of Rahu in the sign of Sagittarius. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your Rahu is placed and your other planetary placements and divisional charts and dashas, check out the link below. Check out my book there, Astrology at the Speed of Light. And when you get the book, I will send you the link to look at your own chart. Just make sure you follow the directions below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with some video. Bye-bye. What? You actually made it this far into the video? All the way to the end? Man, you must be crazy! Well, since you're already crazy enough to go this far, then might as well join the insanity by clicking that little button above where it says subscribe here. Or you can subscribe below by that little button that you see below the video. And like I told you, if you want to know where your planets are placed, where your conjunctions are, what aspects you're receiving, what planetary time period you're running through, check out this corner link below, okay? Read the directions there, because when you get the book, my Astrology at the Speed of Light book, and you follow the directions by sending me the email, I send you the link to look at your own chart so you can study everything about you. And if you want to read some more articles on astrology and every little details that I've written on my website, check out this corner link below. And this will take you to my website and to my article page where I've written tons of stuff, okay? Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with some more insane video. Bye-bye.